Be like that. It's the boys. It's the boys.
Yeah, right. I guess that's what we're gonna call it, the Boiz Podcast.
It's the Boiz Podcast. That's what it is.
It is what it is, right?
It ain't what it ain't. So you been keeping up with the social medias?
What about what on social media we keep it up with?
You ain't see the shit about You remember I told you about the Anthony Edwards shit before? About how that random mom wouldn't let her kid
buy the shoes.
Yeah. So it's some new shit. Anthony Edwards just came out that he paid that baby mama up front for for the next 18 years child support. And it was like a little over $1 million.
So he
paid that shit straight up.
So like instead of giving it to her per month, he was just like take it all.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. Bitch gonna blow it. Yeah. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I mean, that if you got the money, that's the smartest thing to do for real.
Yeah. Just give it to her right now.
Yeah.
Because also like you never know, like you never know if they like might increase it in the future. They're like, oh, this dude got a new contract, make him pay more. I don't know. I'm just thinking of dumb shit. Like
people saying, yeah.
Just thinking of I'm just thinking of like what could go wrong with that shit.
Yeah, she gonna find a way.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's like the opposite of deferred payments.
Yeah, but I know
like instead of being good for life, like most girls, you know what I mean? They say don't get me wrong. It's obviously not like I'm not saying this about all women, but like there's a certain type of women they say that's like trying to trap an athlete.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the whole point of it is to get set up for life.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she didn't get set up for life. She got set up for like 1 year.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm pretty sure more athletes and more people that have money are going to start doing that, paying that shit up front.
It also makes you think like, I would love to see like a financial analysis of it. Like, is it like better off to do it now than like?
I would think so.
Because like, for example, like Shohei Ohtani, the baseball player, right? Mm-hmm. Like, all right, there's a joke in here somewhere, but like he got a $700 million contract, and he basically told him like, no, I don't want all the money right now. I only want $1 million a year until 10 years from now, and then start paying me the rest. It's like,
he ain't gonna blow that bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like, oh no, while I'm here, I don't wait. Give me the money when I'm old.
Yeah.
So like y'all are gonna owe me when I'm old, type shit. So it's like the complete opposite of what this girl got. It's like this girl's like, it'd be like if a team gave you it's like a 1 year deal. It's like getting signed to a 1 year veteran deal. She didn't get signed to the Supermax. She got signed to the 1 year veteran deal.
Yeah, and it seemed like from what I was reading, it was kind of like she was kind of trying to trap the dude, because they hooked up, and she told him pregnant. He was like, he gave her I think $100,000 if I remember correctly for an abortion.
Wild.
And supposedly I mean just from what I've been reading, and like she used that money, like kept the money and didn't get to the abortion. So
she got a signing bonus.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, basically.
She got a signing bonus and then got a 1 year veteran deal for a baby with Anthony Edwards. It's not a bad
mamas and babies.
Dude, it's not a bad trade.
Yeah.
You think about it, it's like, damn, what would I do for $1,100,000? Like, I'm damn sure not having a baby with a pro athlete. But like, also, what the fuck, dude? Imagine if that was damn. There's also a joke tied in there somewhere. It was like, what if it was a man doing that to a female pro athlete? Because you know how they say like, like, all right, like let's imagine like an alternate reality where the WNBA makes just as much money as the NBA does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, let's say Caitlin Clark is getting paid like $70 million a year. Mm-hmm. Dude, this is one thing that I've never ever contemplated. Like, imagine the culture. Let's say in a world where women athletes start getting paid the same as men athletes for every sport. Are there going to be dudes like that? that their only job, all they're trying to do is go around and knock up a female athlete.
Shit, I'm pretty sure it's short motherfuckers now that want to knock up tall motherfuckers.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, what if just for the money? You're like,
oh, just for
like it's like, oh,
sugar mamas.
Yeah. Like
shit.
the same shit is like, you knock up Angel Reese, and because she's making $50 million a year.
It'd definitely be guys doing that because I know guys that's be fucking old ladies for the check.
Yeah, so. Right. Yeah, that's a wild hustle that dudes are out here doing.
Got to be committed.
Yeah, I seen a TikTok of a guy who married a 61-year-old lady when he was 18.
Oh yeah, I seen that. It was a white dude. Yeah, I seen that.
Old people don't even like smell good. That's the thing about it. It's like,
come on now, it's new times.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, but like all old people smell old. Like there's only two ways old ladies smell, like old or like a bunch of perfume.
Or candies.
Yeah, or candies. Mothballs.
Or Pepsis.
That's what I'm saying. That's like old people smell.
Yeah.
I can't imagine like starting that life.
Starting what life? Old
it's
life?
like, yeah, it's like starting the life of an old person when you're 18.
Oh, you saying for that guy?
For that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you got to help your wife into the bathtub.
Yeah, wipe her ass and shit probably. I don't know.
Yeah, dog. You got to like help her out of bed in the morning so she doesn't like break her ankles and shit. like oh, the floor is cold. Lay a towel down for her. Lord, help her dry off when she gets out the shower.
Yeah.
Like you're basically like a hospice nurse.
Yeah.
Like don't get me wrong, that lady's only 61. She's not that old. But I'm thinking like when he's 40 and she's 80.
Oh yeah. Oh, he gonna have that check. He gonna be living life.
Yeah. He gonna be like also. Like you got to be either a weird type of dude, because like I feel like, don't get me wrong, bro, like J-Lo is like 55, like you can still be into like 50 60-year-old women. So honestly that's not that weird if you think about it, but like getting married to her is fucking crazy, because now if you do the math it's like, oh, if she's 60 and he's 18, that means when he's 28 she's 70, and when he's 38 she's 80.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Dating an 80-year-old when you're 30 like this one.
Can't even bring her around to friends.
Yeah, like banging a 60-year-old hot woman when you're 18 is way less crazy than banging an 80-year-old woman when you're 38. Like 80-year-old is like at that point, people are like fragile.
Yeah, you can't even put in positions you want to do.
Yeah, like I don't know, man. That's crazy. And I wonder if that lady was rich. I'm just imagining like hypothetical scenarios.
I don't know, some people.
Like don't get me wrong. I'm marrying J-Lo, bro. It's like, sorry to my wife, but like if J-Lo, it's like nah. If J-Lo comes and is like, hey, I'll give you $50 million to just be my husband when I was 18, and she was like 60,
beating cheeks.
Like for the money, it's probably worth it.
Yeah.
Also, it's probably a crazy experience. You could like do that for 10 years and then leave her. It's terrible to say, but like, it's like I want to see a documentary on somebody who was dating an old lady when they were young.
Probably some out there.
Yeah. See what they have to say. Oh my God.
What you got?
The fucking Braves, man. I want to kill myself. Not really. Driving this bitch like I want to kill myself. That's what the Braves are doing right now to all their fans.
I mean, that's Atlanta in general.
As of right now, what's today? The 2nd, April 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
The Braves are the only team in the MLB that don't have a win.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The only winless team.
Really? I ain't know that.
They have the worst offensive statistics they're dead last in offense. And they're
what's the problem? Boys can't get right.
Yeah, it's not like I don't even think it's like a physical problem, dude. I think it's like all mental type shit. But like also like they only made one good move in the offseason and signed a left fielder from the Padres. And the first fucking week of the season, he gets busted for PEDs.
Oh, that's that guy?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about in the group chat. So like the scandal is that like, all right, this guy was like a mid player his whole career, right? Mm-hmm. And then last year out of nowhere at like 31 years old, he has the best year of his whole career.
And you think that was because of that?
And then this season, the first week he gets busted.
Yeah, the first week
he gets busted for a PED test.
First week.
So he put out a statement and it was like, he put out a statement that was like basically apologizing and saying that he got tested and passed every time like 8 times last year.
Oh, that boy Ryan Garcia, ain't he?
Right. So he's like, I got tested 8 times last year, passed every time. I would have never taken anything knowingly. Basically saying like it wasn't his fault. But he didn't get busted for like steroids. He got busted for a drug that people take after they take steroids.
And how long is he out for?
80 fucking games. That's half the season. So half the season, and if the Braves make the playoffs, he can't play.
Why?
That's just the rule.
That's the rule for what? Like if you get caught up with some
Yeah. If you fail a drug test. So he gets suspended for half the season with no pay. And if they make the playoffs, he can't play. Yeah, they're fucked, dude. And then on top of that, like their like second or third best starting pitcher has to get shoulder surgery already after his first start. Yeah, it's gonna be depressing.
Not looking good.
It's gonna be a depressing baseball season for me.
Not looking good.
The what was? I feel like I was like writing something down earlier about that. That was that came into my mind. That was funny. Oh shit! So like this dude got signed to the Braves, right? And then failed a drug test afterwards. And I was thinking like, what if like a regular job signed you for a contract, and then they were like, "Oh, he's playing really well. He's doing really well at his job. That's suspicious. Let's test him for performance enhancing drugs." It's like, you're the best worker at the company, but then you get called into the office and like you fail a drug test for like Adderall, and it's like they're like, "We're gonna need to see your prescription. We don't believe you could be like maintaining this level of performance without these drugs." It's like, damn, bro. It's like crazy to think. It's because it's crazy to think about like pro sports. Like what he took wasn't illegal.
Oh, it wasn't illegal at all?
No, it was just like some shit that MLB said you can't have.
Well, if they said you can't have it, then goddamn. Just like, speaking of can't have, you seen the shit with John Morant?
What do he do now?
You ain't see it?
No.
So, like in the past, him with them guns and shit,
Yeah,
right?
always.
Yeah, so, what was it, last night?
John Morant's a wild boy.
I think it was last night or the night before. They played the Warriors. And he went and did this to, like, the Warriors bench. And now the NBA is involved with that shit, and he's probably going to get suspended for that shit.
Dog, John Morant is the only person to, like, make it from a private school into the hood of Memphis.
Yeah, he went to the wrong city, boy.
Yeah, right. He didn't he like he doesn't his like he has a good dad and shit, right?
Yeah, but from what I'm saying, they like the dad kind of like, I don't know,
He's
pushing
with
the shit.
He's with it.
Yeah,
He's with it.
Clearly, you gotta be.
Yeah, right. Still, it's just crazy. It's like, how do you go to like a like a private school and make it all the way from a private school? Did he go to like a Catholic high school too?
Oh, I don't know all that.
He definitely went to like a private school.
Yeah, I know it's private school.
Yeah, and then gets drafted to the to the NBA out of Murray State first round, and then turn into a like
hood nigga.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. Even it's like his first like year or two, he wasn't even like that.
Mm-mm. I would love to see like the moment. Like someday there's a video that comes out that's like John Morant like standing in the background like watching a fucking like Yo Gotti concert or something in Memphis.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I could do that. Like it's like the moment of like the epiphany you see it on his face. The next game he's got 2 guns. It's like it's not even on some. Who's the other one? Who's the famous one that got busted with the pistol in the locker room? Gilbert Arenas.
Oh, Gilbert. Yeah, Gilbert.
Like Gilbert Arenas was on some personal shit. Like I think somebody like pissed him off.
Yeah, the guy was like,
was it Kwame Brown?
I don't think it was him, but it was like basically like he was like, shoot me or I'll shoot you or something. So Gilbert bought the gun. And was like, all right, nigga, shoot me.
Who was it?
It might have been
Gilbert Arenas and teammate Javaris Crittenden
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
led to a 50-game suspension for Arenas, 38 game for Crittenden. Started with a card game on a team flight. Escalated to Arenas bringing guns into the locker room and ended with both players facing penalties for their actions. The incident
a wild dude, boy.
stemmed from a card game on a team flight where Arenas and Crittenden had an argument over a $1,100 pot.
Yeah, I'll get to fighting too.
Brother, Gilbert Arenas probably had like a $30 million a year contract. He fighting over $1,100.
It's principle.
You're right. There's also some dude that I've never heard of. So Gilbert probably got like, he's like, no, I'm not letting this young dude fucking take my.
Yeah, give it a wild dude. He's still walking around with that thing on.
You got, yeah, Agent Zero. Yeah, but like that was like, when you hear the story, it's like, it's still stupid, but like on a dumbass man level, you like can like understand it still. You're like, oh, like yeah, this dude stole $1,100 from me and then said he's gonna shoot me. Like, nah, I'm bringing the gun first. Fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
John Moran is just like on his Instagram story with strippers. Like,
too much NBA young boy. That's who you gotta blame.
That's the funniest part. Is like the joke that is NBA YoungBoy's fault because Ja loves that dude's music. Because the craziest part is like NBA YoungBoy kind of did the opposite. Like NBA YoungBoy like got out of the hood, moved to Utah.
Yeah,
like he tried to
same like Chief Keef and on him.
Yeah,
boy,
like they try to stay away from that type of shit now. And the people who listen to his music, it's like the opposite. Like they crash out. Yeah. All NBA YoungBoy fans are crash outs. Like I NBA YoungBoy is the type of music when you put it on, it like makes you want to rob somebody. It's like you get a feeling. It's like you look over at the next person in the next car. You're like, yeah, I could take that motherfucker. I could take that motherfucker. Even if it's like not true, most of the time it's not. You hear that left foot, right foot. You're like, yeah. Who's like Benny the Butcher and them dudes are the same way for me. There's like certain people you put on, and it's like,
you're like that old Gucci.
Yeah, old Gucci. You're like, I feel like I could.
Or that old Kevin Gates. I don't
know
too much about the new.
Yeah, I'm not. It's not how I feel when I hear "Dick You Down." Kevin Gates a wild dude. Whose stream was he on recently?
What you mean?
With Brittany Renner. Kevin Gates was on somebody's stream with fucking Brittany Renner recently.
I don't know.
You know
he's been there. I know who Brittany Renner.
Yeah. And
it's Reimer, ain't it? Reiner?
Is that it? No, I think you're thinking of Brittany Griner and Brittany Renner.
Oh, okay. So you talking about not the NBA, the WNBA?
No,
player.
the Instagram thought.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Brittany Renner.
Okay.
And I think is she trying to be Muslim now? Or don't get me. I'm not trying to be, but like
I couldn't even get the bitch's name right.
Yeah, right. But yeah, like remember every time I see her name, hear her name, I think of her giving Charleston White a lap dance. You ever seen that episode? Yeah, that girl was wild, bro. And I think her and Kevin Gates are like going around being
kissy facey.
Yeah. But like Kevin Gates like went on the stream and like he was like, "Close your ears while I play this song I wrote about you."
Close your ears, it's crazy.
While she said like on the other side of the room, while I play this song. Man, he made a song about her and played it on. I think it was Blackboy Max or some shit.
Yeah, I know he was on that recently.
But it was like a new one. Yeah, he goes on all those. Did you see the stream where he went on Blackboy Max's shit and recorded his verse? And the guy was like trying to get him to record more?
Yeah.
He's like, no, I got to
go work out.
I
got to go work out. And then proceeded to stay for like 20 extra
minutes. Yeah, 20 extra minutes.
Like, bro, you could have recorded something.
He came in and like laid the verse down in like 5 minutes. He's like, all right, you were so quick. Like, let's do another one. And
hey, big brother.
Yeah, hey, I got to go. Yeah, and then he sat there for like 30 more minutes. All right, what else we got today? Do you see the NFL is finally putting in a rule where
the overtime?
No, the fucking first downs aren't going to be measured with chains and shit anymore.
Oh, it's finally going to the hill. Okay.
So like they're still gonna like let the chain dude stay on the field and feel good about themselves.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So they have a job.
Yeah, like the chain people are gonna stay, but they say they're gonna be working in a secondary capacity. So it's just gonna be all cameras now. Like every other
Yeah, I mean,
sport in
it
the
should
world.
have been like that. But they also could cheat more like that too. I feel like because at
mean?
least with the chain shit, you know what I'm saying, people can actually see it. Now on the electronic shit, we don't know what the fuck they doing. You know, behind scenes.
Mm-hmm. I think it's gonna be like camera based. Like I don't think they're gonna put anything in the ball or anything like that.
Oh really?
Yeah. Like I just think they're just saying like first we're gonna look at the cameras now, and the chains are only gonna be used if it's like a dog pile where people can't. You know what I mean? Like, or no, the chains aren't even used for that. The chains are used to mark the first down length. Yeah. So that they're not gonna be needed anymore because it's gonna be like the exact same way that they do touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah, the exact same way that they do touchdowns is probably how they're going to do first downs from now on. But the funniest part to me is like they're going to let the chain guys stay on the sideline and just like
You got to fake it till you make it.
it's like giving your little brother a controller that's not plugged in.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all boys just
Like, which one am I?
yeah,
Right there.
Yeah, right there. That's you right there. And the whole time you're like playing 2K against the computer. You're like, you see that shot you just made?
Yeah.
That's the guys on the chain. You're like, you guys see how that first down I just marked off? The whole time they don't even fucking matter anymore.
Well, you see with the overtime, they doing overtime now. In the regular season, both teams get the ball in overtime, get a chance to score.
That's how. Yeah,
It was on like that for playoffs.
Yeah, it should have been.
Yeah.
It should have been like that the whole time. It's college got that shit figured out. College football. It's like the only thing I like better about college football than the NFL. I'm probably butchering this, but it's like they give them. There's no kickoff. Whoever wins the coin toss gets the ball at the 30-yard line, like in front of the end zone, super short, like 30 yards away or 20 yards away, and they get. I don't even know if there's time. I think that's it. I think they just get the ball at the 30, and they try to score. And if they scored, like the other team gets a chance, and it just after both team gets a chance, it's just back and forth. But like, there's no kickoff, there's no time. It's like pointless. All that shit, like it's basically like the closest thing you can get to like PKs for football.
Yeah.
Yeah, from soccer, where they just like line up at the in scoring distance. So it's sick. You end up with these college football games where like they just get to overtime and just go touchdown, 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 touchdown. Yeah, it's nice. The one thing I fucking hate is a tie in the NFL. Yeah. It's so stupid, bro. Like it's the only sport where they let them tie, and like there's no way that like as a pro athlete anybody feels good about that shit. Like you get to the end of the game and both teams are like
you don't know whether to feel happy, sad.
But it's not even just like in a regular game, at least a regular game, like one team can feel sad.
Yeah.
And if you tie, like nobody feels good. And can you imagine if like they let like in basketball they let you tie? It's like, oh, they just tied. Everybody go home now. Or in baseball, like you got, it's the 15th inning and the score is still tied, like 10-10. Just see ya. Like it's bizarre that they let them do that shit in football, because it's just a clock sport.
Yeah.
Like basketball's the same way. It's just a clock. Speaking of basketball, OKC is dominant, dog. Nobody is catching them. It's not even. How many games are they up right now?
Yeah, I mean, shit, they was the same way last season, though. You see what that got them.
Did they lose in the first round?
Might have been second.
Dude, as of right now, they are up 14 and a half games in the West.
Yeah. That's all fine and dandy. Like, hey, look at the Detroit Lions.
No, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Did the year that the Warriors had the best record in the history of basketball, did they win the championship that year?
Lost.
They made it to the championship and lost.
That's when that 3-1 shit.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But the year that the Bulls had the record, they won that year.
Yeah. Yep.
So the last team to break the record and win the championship was like the 96 Bulls or some shit.
Yeah.
I mean, the Thunder aren't even close. They got 12 losses already. But that's fucking crazy to say. Think about that. What was that year?
What year?
That Braun came back from 3-1?
16, 17, something.
Was it the 2016 Warriors? How many losses did they have that year? Dude, they were 73-9. That is insane.
Was it 16 year or 17?
15, 16.
15, 16, yeah.
73-9. That really puts in perspective, like think about how all you hear right now is, oh, OKC is dominant. OKC is dominant. Dog, the Warriors were 73-9 that year. That's like that might not ever be broken.
It's just, can they finish though? Mm-hmm. Can they even get to the fucking championship?
I was thinking about that the other day, just like the concept of like unbreakable records in sports. I wonder if that one will ever be broken. Like OKC is up 14.5 games right now, and they already have 12 losses. And like I said, the Warriors had 9 that year. Single digit in an 82 game season, single digit losses. But nothing to show for it, like you said.
Nothing to show for it.
Nothing at all. The baseball Cal Ripken record is crazy. That'll never be broken. You know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
Let's see. Before I say the wrong number.
What position you play?
Third base. He played in 2,632 games. Consecutive.
Oh.
Without sitting on the bench for a whole game. Like there was a couple games where he like didn't start and he came in, but he played in 2,632 consecutive games.
No injury, no nothing.
Never. That'll never be broken, dude. I'm trying to think of if there's some in football like that. Oh, Jerry Rice. Nobody will ever catch Jerry Rice.
What, like just his stats?
Yeah, his receiving yards.
Yeah.
Like running back,
really Emmitt Smith now, because the running backs, it's a passing league now, so.
Yeah, you're right. Now that like once you put it in perspective, Jerry Smith's record probably has a better chance of being broken.
Jerry who?
Jerry Smith. Fuck. Jerry Smith and Emmett Rice. Jerry Rice,
yeah.
But how who's second? Larry Fitzgerald?
No. Yes? Yeah.
No, yes? Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's like
Larry
or Terrell.
So third all-time receiving. Holy hell, dude. This puts in perspective how good Jerry Rice was for how long. Randy Moss, who people consider the best wide receiver ever, probably talent-wise, had 15,292 yards.
Jerry had like 22 or some shit.
Terrell had 15,900. Larry Fitzgerald had 17,400. And Jerry Rice had 22,895 yards. So basically 23,000 yards. So Jerry Rice basically had 7,500 more yards than Randy Moss.
But he was still playing in his 40s though.
Yeah.
And that's why like motherfuckers like
Randy Moss played from 98 to 2012. That's what, 14 years? Yeah. And Randy Moss and Jerry Rice played for 19 years. So that's 5 more seasons, and he got 5,000 more yards. Yeah. Damn.
And the motherfuckers act like LeBron James. He was doing it in 40. Shit, Jerry was doing that shit too.
Yeah, Jerry Rice.
Brady was doing that shit in 40.
Yeah, Jerry Rice is the original dude. Jerry Rice played into his 40s and has so many more yards than anybody else.
All right, who's your...
Oh, that's a good argument.
What?
That you can tell somebody, I can explain to you why LeBron is the Jerry Rice of basketball.
Because he played long.
Yeah, but also he's the best for the longest. It's not even just like about being the best. It's about being like...
For the longest,
in the top 10 for the fucking longest. Yeah. Like, it makes you realize, like, there's guys like even Larry Fitzgerald, when he was in the league, he was probably only the best receiver for like 3 to 5 years.
I wouldn't even say that.
Yeah, right?
You had Antonio Brown, Julio Jones, Calvin Johnson.
But I mean, like in the early days. Yeah, like he was never better than Calvin Johnson. Nah. And it's just about staying healthy. The guys who stick around like that and who people... Mm-hmm. Like a lot of the people who people consider the best of all time, they're not really the best. They just stay the healthiest longest. Yeah. And it makes, like in the basketball debate, like that's a good argument. Like, if LeBron is the best all time in basketball, does that mean Jerry Rice is the best all time football player just because he has the best numbers for the best long? Like, not really, bro. Like, I think Randy Moss was better. Yeah. So that's an interesting argument. You know what I mean? The what
Boy,
the
in
hell
his
is
pockets,
this?
ain't he? What you
Key.
got?
It was sitting on my fucking keys. The you know when people always like who's the GOAT in basketball?
Yeah.
Same as
I got Jordan. I don't
same.
care.
I think Kobe, bro. Jordan and Kobe is 1-2. I think if you,
I give it to Jordan because Kobe wanted to be like Jordan.
oh yeah,
Copied
for
him,
sure.
So you gotta.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Jordan 1, Kobe 2, LeBron 3. That's probably everybody's probably gonna shit on me for that opinion, but
Not really.
maybe yeah. Everybody now, all the kids love LeBron nowadays, bro. They don't know anything different. They don't remember what it was like to watch Kobe drop like 60 on Christmas Day when you're opening your presents. That was like the best feeling ever. My parents like never gave a fuck about watching basketball, so I was the only one in the family growing up who would watch the NBA. But we would go to my aunt's house for Christmas, and my cousin, who was like older, he was like, no, we got to get the NBA games on. So it would like make the whole family watch basketball together. Yeah, it was like good memories. Watching, like, I remember like distinctly one game with Kobe. What was that? He had crazy Christmas games, but I think he dropped like 50 or 60 one game when we were growing up.
Well, going back to the NFL shit and legends, who's your top 5 running backs all time?
Of all time.
Yeah,
Like, what do you mean?
your personal opinion.
But like top 5 is in like
Your top 5 favorites.
yeah, no, but like what we were just talking about, like is the consideration like
I don't give a fuck about stats. No,
nothing? You're just saying
your.
you're saying if you could have this person for 1 year in their prime.
Yeah.
Who, like who was the best?
Yeah, for you.
Barry Sanders number 1.
Yeah, that's my
it's
number
not
1.
even fucking
Yeah.
close. Walter Payton probably number 2.
Okay.
Walter Payton,
Sweetness.
dog. Walter, like, don't get me wrong, like I never seen that dude play live, but that was one of the people that when I was young and I watched their like highlight tapes on YouTube, I was like, this dude could play in any era. He could play today and be the best.
Take your time. Now hurry up.
Shit. I'm trying to think, dude. In their prime,
Ain't that problem.
Chris Johnson, number 3.
Oh, really? Okay.
Dude, those 2 years where Chris Johnson was the best running back in the league, unbeatable. CJ 2K.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 3 and 4 are interchangeable. Chris Johnson and 4 would be Adrian Peterson in his prime.
Okay. So last one. I feel like you forgetting about some certain guys. Got your Marshall Faults, your LTs.
Mm-hmm. I think I was gonna say Tomlinson would be number 5 for me because see that's why I was asking like what's your criteria, like best or like if I could have them for 1 game or 1 season or what?
I just want to know your favorite.
Because like if I could have anybody for 1 fucking game
Who would
in
that
their
be?
prime, Adrian Peterson. Like Adrian Peterson in his prime for the Minnesota Vikings, he was having like 300-yard rushing games. I think he had a 298-yard rushing game that year. Like he was the best running back and led the league in rushing 1 year and like missed 3 games because he was like rushing for like 180 yards a game or some crazy shit. But for a whole season, probably Barry or LT.
Yeah, give me Barry.
Yeah. I think Barry Sanders is an obvious number 1 pick, especially after like watching the documentary that they made about that guy.
Stopped after 10 seasons and got them stats, boy.
Yeah, and but he was also the type of person that like they would tell the stories like, Barry, we can leave you in so you can break the rushing record. And he was like, nah, I'm good, bro. Like we won. They say that's kind of how Saquon Barkley is too. Kind of that same mindset. Like he don't really give a fuck about the stats and touchdowns and shit. As a Washington fan, kills me to see him on the Eagles.
Yeah, and that's why I like watching the Saquons and the Bijans and them because they you can see a little Barry in them.
Yeah, dude.
How shifty and shit they are.
But don't forget, like people, you were right. Like people cannot forget about Tomlinson.
Yeah,
in his prime,
that boy was doing everything.
In his prime, Tomlinson.
He was like my favorite running back.
Yeah, you got a jersey, right?
Yep.
He's only 45 right now. Oh my god. Why did I think he was like way older? What's that one? Yeah, dude. In 2006, LaDainian Tomlinson played in all 16 games, 1,800 rushing yards and 28 rushing touchdowns.
Oh yeah. Yep. Is that still the record? I think it is.
I think it is too.
Or did Sean Alexander beat it? Oh no, he beat it after Sean Alexander. I think.
And he had 3 receiving touchdowns, so 31 total touchdowns that year for LT.
He won the MVP. I don't think
he
he
had
did.
to.
I don't think he did. I think like Peyton Manning or somebody.
Yeah,
did.
he won the
He,
MVP.
He did?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was one. He got. Oh yeah, he ran away with the MVP.
All right.
Drew Brees and Peyton Manning were the runners up,
Okay.
but it wasn't even close. And then he was also Offensive Player of the Year that same year. The next season, he had 1,415, which were also number one in the league. So he was basically the best running back in the league for 4 years straight.
You remember
Debatably,
Larry Johnson?
Oh my God, dude.
Priest Holmes.
Priest Holmes is another good one. Like Maurice Jones-Drew, like we were talking about the other day.
Oh, yeah, Maurice Jones.
Who's the dude for the Redskins that had like 2 good years? Alfred Morris.
Oh, Alfred Morris.
Dude, Alfred Morris was a dog for like a year and a half, and then it just fizzled away. That shit is like, it can come and go so fast in the NFL. It's not really fair. Like, being a running back in the NFL, I feel like is like the most unfair position.
It depends on your line for you to get going.
Well, not just that. I mean, like, it's the
wear and tear.
Yeah, like it's one of those positions where you can like dedicate your whole entire life to trying to make it to the NFL and be the best, and then you like just get your fucking knees blown out and you can never play again. The Redskins, back when they were the Redskins, drafted a guy like that. He had a real simple name. Like both names were like 4 letters. Bryce Love. Bryce Love was like the best running back in college for Stanford. Blew his knee out. Came to the NFL, blew his knee out again. Had to sit out his whole rookie year. And like I don't even know if he ever even took a snap. Like he was like a 2nd-round draft pick. I don't think he ever took a snap in the NFL.
Damn.
Yeah. And there's not too many pro sports where that happens. Where like you are the best. And then just like one injury happens and you can never do it again. It's never the same. Like even fighters. Like even UFC fighters. Like I can't think of the guy's name, but there's this like giant white dude, heavyweight. I'm sure somebody in the comments or some shit will tell us who, and I'll think of his name later. But he like had like a terrible motorcycle accident and like broke his, like destroyed his leg and all sorts of shit, and like worked so hard that like 5 or 6 years later he came back to the UFC and won the heavyweight championship again. Like you can never do that for a running back. Like that type of comeback is like impossible. Even, I mean, maybe for like a wide receiver too.
I mean, you can be more of a possession type receiver.
Yeah, exactly.
But, yeah.
I mean, even like Alex Smith, dog. Like that's like an impossible Cinderella story. But that dude like broke his leg. The surgery was fucked, and he got sepsis or some crazy shit. Have you ever seen the pictures of that dude's leg? It's disgusting. I don't mean like what it looks like now is like kind of gross. I mean like back in the day when that shit happened, there was like pictures floating around of like his leg like fresh out of the surgery, and it was like basically the surgery was so I don't know, like intricate. Like they had to put all his fucking pieces of his bone back together.
Yeah, I don't even think about that shit right now.
But because they had to do it, they had to like cut in his calf muscle or something like this way, and it got infected from the inside.
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, right.
So I don't want to hear it.
So long story short, he was supposed to just get surgery and be fine, but he like literally they were like, we're gonna have to cut your fucking leg off from the knee down. It's Alex Smith, the quarterback, right? Yeah, and they were gonna have to cut like, and he was like, no, fuck that, we're gonna fix it, and he got it fixed, and like his leg looks like they had to like take all sorts of muscles and shit from the other parts of his body to fix it, and he came back and played after that, and was like, don't get me wrong, he wasn't really ever good again.
Yeah,
but he could.
I mean, he wasn't really all that good to begin with, bro. He was more of a.
Yeah.
You know.
But I mean, like, he could have still been like a backup after that. You can never do that as a running back. Like, never. Even an offensive lineman or defensive lineman, you can, like, fuck your knees up and come back and still be effective.
Oh, speaking of that, you didn't see that video of Michael Parsons going up against the sumo wrestler?
From the Cowboys? Michael Parsons?
Yeah. Bruh, and you know how dominant he is, right?
Yeah.
Boy, went up against a sumo wrestler, couldn't even move that motherfucker.
Like, how big was a sumo wrestler? Like 1,000 pounds or something?
I mean, he looked like he wasn't all too big. But it's like, why don't...
I got to see this shit.
Yeah, why don't, like, NFL try to get some sumo wrestlers?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like their whole thing is to
isn't
push
that
people.
Isn't that a fucking?
That's all replacements.
Yeah. I was gonna say, isn't that from that Keanu Reeves movie?
But I mean, it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Like he couldn't get past that dude, bro. He couldn't move him at all, bro.
I wonder if like the sumo. Like I'm trying to think, like what? Oh my god, yeah, this dude is.
What, you see him?
Yeah, I mean, I was expecting.
He big, but he ain't all that.
Yeah. I was expecting like somebody like obese. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, no, this dude is like NFL lineman size.
Yeah, you see, like he can't even get past.
Like this dude is throwing Michael Parsons around. Like literally like throwing him around the room type
bro,
shit.
He didn't even move him when he had. Shit crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
dog.
I will be trying to get them boys.
Dude, did we just? That's the new NFL hack. Washington Commanders need to go sign 3
the
sumo
Falcons
wrestlers.
need to go sign them. They already got Young Wei.
Young Ho.
Yeah, Young Ho. Cool.
I'm gonna name my. That's what I'm gonna name my son.
Young
Ho.
Young Ho.
But it's gonna be Young.
I don't think Eva going for that.
Mm-mm.
Speaking of,
I'm ever blessed
Speaking of sons,
to have a son one day.
Sons, interracial sons.
God, I hope God doesn't give me daughters.
Shitty.
It's like I'm playing,
But
I'm half joking.
Oh, you can tell them about Ty Jerome.
Ty Jerome.
Let
me tell you the story of how Ty Jerome made me realize, as a white man, made me realize that black people have a sixth sense to be able to tell when somebody else is black or not. I watched this dude Ty Jerome play
since college.
Bro, dog, since college, because we're from Virginia and he went to UVA, and when he went to UVA they won the national championship. So like, it was Ty Jerome, Kyle Guy was on that team,
Hunter,
DeAndre Hunter. I think the dude from the Wizards too, Anthony Gill. I think Anthony Gill was on that team. So like I've been watching this dude for, what was that? That was it's probably like 6 years that I've been known who this dude is. The whole time I just assumed this guy was white. This dude was white because he's like, oh, he looks white. Me and Ray Ray were watching the game the other day. Ty Jerome is balling the fuck out, by the way, dude. Mm-hmm. He is it's like refreshing to watch somebody like be in the league for that long and then kick it into high gear. It's real cool because it makes you realize that like a lot of these dudes might be giving up too early. Yeah. That give up. Mm-hmm. But like we were watching the game and Ray Ray was like, Ty Jerome. That dude's last name is Jerome.
and first name Ty?
Yeah.
I was like, that's black names.
I was like, I don't know, dude. You were like, is he black? I was like, I don't know. And I was like, I literally just always assumed this dude was white because he looked white.
I wouldn't let that shit go either. That shit was on my mind.
Bro, we sat there and watched the game for like 20 more minutes, and then like 20 minutes later, Ray Ray looks at me again and is like, yo, I think this dude is black. And I'm like, yo, I've literally never thought twice about this shit. But it's funny because like now that you say it, Ty Jerome is a fucking wild name. But like, yeah, we looked it up. Ty Jerome is half black. End of the story. But yeah, Ray Ray got a sixth sense when it comes to that shit. I think white people got it too, though. Like when white people look at a person from a different race that's mixed with a white person.
Is that Patrick Mahomes? He got yeah.
Like I'm imagining like
you don't got that voice as an old black person.
Yeah, I'm imagining like the lady who's like you know how there's like the what do they there's like a rule. What is it called? The 1 drop rule. That's what like old black ladies say. If you got 1 drop of black in you, you're black, baby. You never heard people say that? Yeah, I'm imagine if there was like the opposite, like some old lady that was like only half racist. It's like she's like, oh, he's half Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, he's got some white in him. I'll root for him. Like it's the dumbest shit ever. But like, who else is somebody like that you would know that you would never probably know that they were a different race? Kendrick Lamar. Dominican.
Oh, I mean,
yeah. I'm not black. I'm Dominican. That's what all the baseball players say. Can't talk about baseball. The Braves are hurting my heart, bro.
Shit, it seemed like I don't know. Atlanta. I don't know. I like Atlanta Falcons. I like the Hawks too. Yeah, it's just like
it's all in shambles.
It's all.
The Pistons might make the playoffs, bro.
Them boys scrapping. You see them boys got to fighting.
Mm-hmm. It reminds me of the what is it?
Bad Boys.
No. When the fucking famous fight that the Pistons had.
Oh, Malice.
Malice in the Palace.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
Palace,
Yeah. Back in the day, the Ron Artest running up in the stands and punching the fan in the face. Yeah, that's
good times.
And then the older dominant Pistons teams with like Isaiah Thomas and
Yeah, that's the Bad Boys.
Bad Boys.
Yeah.
Who was the other? Who was the second? Was it Dumars?
Yeah.
They're both Hall of Famers.
I don't know about.
I think Dumars
might
is.
be. Should they have fucking Dennis Rodman on the team too?
Yeah, young Rodman. Bad Boys.
What's that white boy Christian Laettner?
Yeah, Christian.
Yeah, I think it's Laettner.
The dude from Duke.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, didn't they make it to the finals and lose?
No, they was winning back there.
Damn, they did.
Mm-hmm. They was beating Jordan them. Well, they was both Eastern teams, but yeah. Nah, they was winning back then when they was Bad Boy Pistons.
Yeah, I feel like the Pistons being.
They got like 2 of them.
I've never been to Detroit in my entire life, but for some reason I feel like whenever a Detroit sports team is good, it's like good for the league. Like the Detroit teams are always like the underdogs. Like
You're right.
Like the Lions being good this past year was like cool to see, and because like our life growing up, shit, dude. I mean, there were seasons where like, oh my god, there were seasons where like the Lions, like in the early 2000s, were winning like yeah, like what 3 games.
Shit, they went winless one season. No, that was the Browns that went winless, wasn't it?
Oh my god, is that true? I can't.
What
remember.
you mean? Is that true?
Yeah, the Browns went.
Yeah,
winless.
they didn't win shit. That was like what 15, 14 or some shit.
Yeah,
that wasn't too long ago.
That was not too long ago. It was very similar to. It was very close to the same year that the Patriots almost went undefeated the whole time, the whole season. Dude, the Detroit Lions franchise overall has a losing record.
Yeah,
they've been a team since 1930, and they have a losing record. Oh man, don't get me wrong. Like as a Commanders fan, it's no better for me. But yeah, when we were growing up, starting in 2005, they were 5-11, 3-13, 7-9, and in 2008 they were 0-16.
Who?
The Lions.
Oh, the Lions was winless too.
In 2008.
Look up the Browns.
And then, but dog, the 2 years after that, 2-14, 6-10. There was like a 6-year stretch where
that's when they started getting Matthew Stafford in.
Oh shit. Yeah, Matthew Stafford came the next year, and then they started winning. 10-6. The Browns. Did the Browns have a losing? Like, what year did they have a losing season?
What year did they have a little damn near every year?
No, like what's the real word? Oh, a winless.
Just type in
winless season. Yeah, I'm saying it.
Oh, I might just be thinking about the Lions.
Yeah, it was the Lions. Oh no, no. The Browns went winless in 2017. 0-16.
Yeah.
Oh man. Dog, this is a hard 2-year stretch to be a Cleveland Browns fan. In 2016, they were 1-15, and in 2017, they were 0-16. So in 2 years, they went 1-31. Yeah,
31. Yeah,
1-31. That's why it was so good. That's why I like it. Like as a Commanders fan, I like it when like the Lions and the Browns and like the teams that like you feel like your grandpa used to like those type of teams. I like seeing those franchises like be good again. Like the Browns and the Lions especially. And for baseball, it's the exact same way as like the Pistons. Like the Tigers are like one of the original MLB teams, the Detroit team. So it's like they were playing in like the 1800s type shit.
Yeah.
Like if not the 1800s, they were definitely playing. The Detroit Tigers were playing like in 1905, like before 1910, and they used to be like dominant. And then like as the modern day crept on, like and the city of Detroit, you know what I mean, like got shitty, like the team just fell too, and they just ass our whole childhood. And then last year, out of nowhere, fire, like they catch fire and they make it all the way to the playoffs again. And now they're good again. So it's weird, bro. Like the Lions, the Pistons, and the Tigers right now, all good. I feel like that's like, I've never been to Detroit, but like for the first time in my life, I like want to go there. Yeah. It's like, you know what I mean? Like watch a game or like see a team play.
Yeah. Hey, hold on real quick. I gotta go fart, nigga.
All right.
Dominoes.
It was very sad for me to see that Young Scooter died. People would be surprised by looking at me, but Young Scooter was like one of those artists that like,
Yeah.
Like that dude kind of like shaped the way for me. Like when him and Future were first coming up, they made a lot of like, there was a really few, like I'll say like there was 2 or 3 really good documentaries where like Young Scooter would take people to where him and Future were from, show them like, you know, what do they call it? Like Little Mexico, where everybody be walking around with the Mexico bandanas.
Black Migo gang.
Yeah, Black Migos. Yeah. And like.
And Scooter was a rapper.
Yeah.
Nobody that don't know.
Oh, yeah. Young Scooter was. So him and Future. Like.
Free bands.
Yeah, they probably started. Like their music started getting popular like when you and I were like right around that time where we were like turning it from like little like fucking teenagers to like grown men type shit. So like that was the type of shit that I would see. I'd be like, damn, this dude is like making art and then taking the money from his art and like taking it back to his community, feeding everybody, like that type of shit. But not just that, it also made me realize like, damn, him and Future are like making this quality of music. And then they would like show you, like Migos was the same way for me. Like they would like show you where they recorded it. And it would, to me, it would be like, damn, I don't have any excuse. Like, I don't have any excuse to, like, not go get this degree at college. Or, like, I don't have any excuse to, like not do something that I want to go do. Like, look at these dudes. Like, these dudes, I'm living like hundreds of miles away listening to the music that these guys made. You know what I mean? And it, like, made you realize, like, damn, like, you can go do kind of whatever the fuck you want nowadays. I'm talking about, like, 2010, 2011. This is, like, before, like, right when Instagram came out, like, but we were still downloading mixtapes off of like Dat Piff and that type of shit.
Did you hear like how they said he died or whatever?
Yeah, he got shot by the police, right?
Yeah, but supposedly they said they don't see like no gun wound on him. Yes, I seen that like I think today. There was like there's no reports of no like bullet or nothing in him.
So how the fuck did they think?
Exactly. I don't know. The shit is fishy, bro.
Weird, but yeah, bro, that's terrible. Like. I guess the last few years, like Future has gotten so fucking big that like people didn't even really like put 2 and 2 together. That him and Scooter were like putting out all those like collab mixtapes and free bands mixtapes back in the day and shit. But like that dude was probably like a huge influence on a lot of like, the rappers that come out nowadays. And yeah, R.I.P. Young Scooter.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Shit, man. I wanted to do a segment called Read a Rap Lyric, but I didn't bring anything for it, but I thought it would be funny if like next time we come with something that's like try
to guess what rapper
no
said?
Not even, bro, just like find a funny rap lyric and then just like read it instead of say it, and just like today's Read a Rap Lyric is
That'd be cool. I like that.
Yeah, we should do that shit next time. I gotta come with something for it. And then I feel like for on this day in history is what we should do to close the podcast.
On today?
Yeah. Find out something wild that happened today in history, and then try to find something funny about it.
Something funny. What if it ain't nothing funny?
There's got to be something, right?
I don't know. It's probably some type of day. Every day is some day. It's Superman Day. Something.
Right? But yeah, I don't even have anything for today. What happened in history on April 2nd? Nothing cool, probably.
That's when the first twerk came out.
The first twerk. Oh, Space Odyssey came out in 1968. That was a crazy movie for the time. Mob boss John Gotti convicted of murder. Today in history on 1992. A jury in New York finds mobster John Gotti guilty on 13 accounts of murder and racketeering.
Racketeering?
They got that man with the RICO in 1992, today in history.
And that's all we got. A movie that came out and John Gotti.
John Gotti, yeah. Dog, did you see that? Did you see that they're pushing for the death penalty against the dude who shot the United Healthcare CEO? You know, the guy Luigi who like walked up to the fucking healthcare and shot him. Yeah, bro. So the Trump's people said that they're gonna seek the death penalty against him in New York, which is insane, because he shot one person, and then like was never violent again after that. He's not like he didn't resist when the cops came. Like they got school shooters in jail right now who like they're not seeking the death penalty against. Yeah. So I was like, dog, that's crazy. It that way, yeah. Yeah, they're trying to turn that man into a martyr. There's no way that shit goes well. Cause that dude is one of those weird people where like you know how there's like that effect where like women get like obsessed with like a serial killer if he's like handsome or that type of shit. Yeah, he's like that's like that dude like legit has like fans, and it's like bizarre because he's like famous for killing somebody. But I feel like if they try to give that dude the death penalty, like there's gonna be some crazy like riot in the streets or some shit.
Oh, speaking of riots, April 5th, they told us black people to stay inside. Don't be out there riding.
So is
protesting?
Is there protesting happening in D.C. on April 5th? Is that what it is?
I don't know. I don't know where it's happening. I just know I've been seeing on social media black people stay inside. So we gotta get this video out before April 5th to inform.
Oh, so according to the news, there's a April 5th anti-Trump protest in D.C.
Oh, yeah, it might get hectic out there.
Yeah, man, you won't find me in D.C. on that day.
No, sir.
Brings the crazies out. I'm not saying that I like Trump, but, like, I'm also not saying that I want to be in a crowd of 500,000 people who fucking hate him. You know what I mean? Like, so what's the whole, you got to explain it to me. You got to explain it to me as a white.
I don't really know. They just told.
So they're saying black is like the whole point.
It's
like,
black people on social media saying, "Stay your black ass inside."
No, they're saying stay inside and let the white people go. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude, that's fucking perfect. Like, I'm like, I don't know. I'm somebody who's like, I'm not too liberal and I'm not too conservative. I try to stay like, I like describe myself as a libertarian. So I try to stay pretty centered on a lot of issues.
So you only eat vegetables?
Yeah. But like, I can't, there's like no, as a like a libertarian, that's like the best political thing I've heard in a long time. Like, keep your ass inside and let those fuckers go do it. Like, cause yeah, it's like, I don't know, man, it's touchy. It's a touchy time. It's weird because like I feel like even if you have super duper good intentions and a good heart, you go to DC and like you and I know what DC is like. Mm-hmm. Imagine like regular DC, but then with like millions of people outside coming in for one day. Like it's gonna be fucking crazy. That's this weekend?
Saturday.
Yeah, man. That's gonna be fucking crazy. I will not be in DC. Oh, speaking of that, did you see what I was talking about yesterday? Whereas it's gonna be a big change definitely for like the whole area. But all of the marijuana dispensaries in DC changed to be only medical now, as of like 2 days ago.
So you gotta have that card.
Yeah. So like,
but you can still get the flower, right?
Yeah, like the
yeah, whatever
the THCA shit and that type of stuff. Yeah, you can still get that type of shit. Like that's legal, but I mean like it's strange cuz like you used to be able to just like go to DC and walk into places and it was like chill, and now like you can't even, like I'm not even talking about like if you didn't want to buy things, like you could go in there and like look and ask questions. Now they won't even let you in the door if you don't have a medical card. Mm. But it's bizarre because it's like a legal state.
Because the boys flipping that shit.
Yeah, but like
that's all that is.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is like the laws are so bizarre because like there's other states like California, Colorado, where like weed is legal, and the culture because of that around marijuana like has become, I don't know, like what do you say? Like people in Colorado and California don't treat weed like a drug, and they made weed legal in DC, and people in DC stopped treating it like a drug. So like it became like the culture got way more laid back. Like you can go to DC and walk around and there's people smoking weed everywhere.
Yeah,
like,
I think alcohol is more a drug than fucking
like,
weed. Like,
and if anything, it's at least the same.
Shit, alcohol is way worse if you ask me.
Oh yeah.
Drinking and driving. Like I'd rather have a stoner on the road driving.
Yeah,
than
like
somebody that's fucking
yeah,
drunk.
like you shouldn't, like you probably shouldn't smoke and drive.
Yeah,
but
but-
like if I had to choose over
Yeah.
that or a drunk for sure. But like what I was saying is like the culture started to treat it in DC like not like a drug, but now they put the laws back in place where they're treating it like a drug again. It's like oh you could come in here and buy it last week, but now we got to
telling you, I bet you it got something to do with niggas making money, bro.
dog 100%.
Yeah.
No, they already busted like
Yeah.
30. They let me stop talking out my ass. They busted like
And this
30
mic in my face, cuz.
yeah, it's got to be like that. Got to be able to hear you, baby.
No, I'm saying I need to put it down a little more.
Oh.
It's like I'm like this, just look at you.
Yeah.
Peeking and shit.
Oh yeah, so this is one day ago. under 25% of DC unlicensed cannabis shops transition to the legal market. DC shuts down dozens of illegal cannabis shops, full month of closures. So yeah, bro, the game in the DC area is changing. And it's
Just DC area. What about Maryland?
no, Maryland is still that's what I'm saying. It's bizarre. Maryland is 100% legal. Virginia is 100% legal, but in Virginia there's no dispensaries. Like they never made any weird laws in Virginia about marijuana where like in DC they basically like the laws were so weird that people realized like, oh, we could just open up a shop and say that we're giving the weed away for free and sell like art or a postcard.
Yeah.
So that's what people were doing for a long time. And it made people like I would go to DC and people would tell me that like they were tourists in DC. Like, oh no, I come down to this place because like
Oh, what was that voice?
yeah, oh you know, I come down to this place. That's the old white guy.
Oh.
I come down to this place because this is where the weed is when I get off the plane. It's like, oh, that's interesting. You know, I'd be getting curious. I'm a chatterbox, so I'll be talking to like all sorts of random people because I'll be like, oh, he got a weird accent. I'm like, he's like, yeah, I just got off the plane and now I come in. I'm like, oh, that's cool. People can't do that shit no more. So like, it's bizarre. They like went. It's like it feels like a step backwards in the DC area, and it always makes me think like all the money like moving, like you were saying, the money like moving behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's 100% about money.
Yeah.
Because it can't be about people's health. Because like, to me, also it's much more about like like this is how my like I was saying before, like my libertarian brain thinks. To me, it's much more about like the government like getting people's name on a list. Like we want everybody who smokes weed to have a card because we want to have a list of all the people who buy weed. You know what I mean? It's I don't know. It seems like a step back. In
Next is gonna be you can't grow this shit.
yeah, dude. In Virginia right now, it's legal to grow the shit. But if they make it federally legal, they could take those laws could go back. Because basically the way like pharmaceuticals in America work is there's like classes, right? Like class 1, class 2. That's why if you hear somebody like they get arrested for like some hard drug, it's like heroin or some shit. It's like they got a class whatever, like class 3 narcotics possession. And from what I was reading, if they make cannabis federally legal, then the federal government has the ability to list it in one of those classes. So like if they make a drug legal, for example, or a plant or substance legal, and they list it in a class, then it automatically carries all the same how am I trying to say it? Like manufacturing laws and like people selling it laws. For example, like Adderall is legal, and it's not like a high class drug, but it's illegal to make it at your house. Mm-hmm. So if they make weed federally legal and they classify it as like a class 1 like minor drug, but they say that it is a drug, then you won't be able to manufacture it at your house anymore. Because they're saying like, and like the guy that I was listening to, his argument was that like, if if the federal government makes weed legal, they can say that it's a drug, and weed isn't a drug; it's a plant. So like it should be more classified under like plant laws than it should be under like drug laws. Yeah, I don't know. It's a bizarre time period to live in. Like we were talking about the other day. Like by far is right now and
it's
best time in human history to be alive, even though the world is fucking crazy. But like,
of course it's gonna be crazy all this wild shit we got to fucking play with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like you can literally do anything you want nowadays.
You can damn near fuck a robot.
Damn near you can.
I mean, you can, yeah.
Yeah,
but sooner in a couple more years, that bitch.
And it just blows my mind with like everything that we know nowadays. That like
they got flying cars, all types of shit.
Yeah, like we're smart enough that like people are taking like all sorts of vitamins and supplements and all this shit for their health, and like I can't believe that we're still just like cranking out like like super hard drugs to give people for pain and that type of shit. But then like the federal government hasn't made weed legal yet. It's bizarre.
Yeah,
and it's not even. I don't know. I feel like we were like one of the first generations where like people smoking became so normalized that like people didn't really judge each other anymore for it. We were kind of like at the beginning of that, and nowadays it's like,
what you mean?
Like
motherfuckers damn sure judging me back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day. But I mean, like once we got in like college, like that age.
Yeah, around there.
Yeah,
like, beginning, motherfuckers are judging me.
Yeah,
and then it's the same people that smoke now and I don't smoke. So
yeah, right. Like back in the day, like all the same people that used to judge like other high school kids for like partying and stuff.
And shit.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. It's like nobody cares about weed anymore, bro. Like the only reason that you were saying that they're like that the laws haven't made it legal yet is all about money. It's gotta be.
Yeah, but on that note,
I don't got any more topics. Do you?
Nah. Time to wrap it up.
Yep. Let's wrap it up. All right, Ray Ray. It's been a real one.
All right, Flann. It's been a real one.
Yeah, right. And is that how we're going to end the new every episode from now on?
It's been a real one.
Yeah, it's been a real one.
I can end it in a special way today.
What?
Y'all want to see a funny face? That's how you end that shit, Flann.